Hi, I'm going to take you through the steps of how to solve the equation you see here. X over 5 plus 1 over 3 equals 14 over 15. You notice that there are a whole lot of fractions in this equation, and the fractions can make solving the equation difficult. To make life easier for ourselves, we're going to go ahead and multiply both sides by the lowest common denominator over 1 so that we can eliminate all the fractions. Looking here, the lowest common denominator that we see for all of the fractions, over 5, over 3, and over 15, is going to be 15. So the lowest common denominator equals 15. Therefore, we're going to multiply both sides of this equation by 15 over 1. And the reason we put it over 1 is simply to make it easier to multiply fractions, because a whole number is going to be the same as that whole number 15 over 1. So we want 15 over 1 times this first side of the equation, x over 5, plus 1 over 3. And that will be equal to 15 over 1 times this side of the equation, 14 over 15. Now we're going to go ahead and multiply. You notice we have a number here outside the parentheses, so to multiply, we're going to need to distribute. For the first one, we're going to end up with 15 times x, or 15x, over 1 times 5. Plus, the next one, 15 times 1 over 1 times 3. This will be equal to, on this side, 15 times 14 over 1 times 15. Now the reason I didn't actually multiply the 15 and 14 together or in any of the other instances is that all of the denominators should reduce out, meaning we can simplify them until the denominators are gone or just equal to 1. That means it's easier to do it if we don't multiply everything through first. So looking at my first fraction right here, I don't have any common factors the way it's written now, but you'll notice that 15 can be rewritten as 5 times 3. Looking at that, I now have a factor 5 in both the top and bottom. They will cancel out, and I will be left with 3x over 1, or 3x. Here, for the second one, again, I don't have any common factors the way it's written now, but 15 and 3 should reduce. 15 is equal to, again, 5 times 3. Now looking at it, I have the common factor 3 in both the top and bottom, so those will reduce, and I'm going to be left with 5 times 1, or 5, over 1, which is just 5. This will be equal to, well, on the other side here, I do have the same factor 15 in both the top and bottom. It will cancel out, and I will have 14 over 1, which is 14. So the original fraction, x over 5 plus 1/3 equals 14 over 15, will reduce to the much simpler equation to solve, 3x plus 5 equals 14. Slide here, and again, I have the equation 3x plus 5 equals 14. Now I just need to solve the linear equation. Well, I want to get x by itself here, which means I need to get this 5, the constant term, to the other side. So I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides. The 5's here will cancel out, and on this side I will be left with just 3x equal to 14 minus 5 is 9. In order to solve for x now, I need to divide both sides by the coefficient 3. Here, the 3's cancel out, and I am left with x equal to 9 divided by 3, which is 3. So the solution to the original equation that we had is that x is equal to 3.